My dear friends, welcome back to English Story Master. Today, I will tell you the inspiring life story of Acharya Chanakya. He is also known as Kautilya and Vishnugupta. Chanakya was a teacher, philosopher, economist, and kingmaker. He was the guiding force behind the rise of the Maurya Empire. His wisdom, courage, and determination changed the history of India. Now, let us begin this long journey into his life. Watch, listen, read, and improve your English and knowledge. Part 1. Childhood and Early Education. Chanakya was born more than 2,000 years ago. He was born in a Brahmin family in the ancient land of Takshashila. His father was a teacher of scriptures. His mother was a simple and kind lady. From childhood, Chanakya showed signs of brilliance. He was thin, dark, and sharp-eyed. Other children liked to play, but Chanakya loved to learn. He often asked deep questions that surprised his elders. He wanted to know how kings ruled. He wanted to know why some kingdoms became rich and some became poor. His father told him knowledge is the greatest wealth. This advice stayed in his heart forever. When he was a little older, he was sent to Takshashila University. That university was one of the greatest centers of learning in the ancient world. Students from faraway lands came there to study. The teachers were wise, and the subjects were many. Chanakya studied grammar, philosophy, politics, astronomy, and economics. He also studied the Vedas, law, and warfare. He lived a simple life and ate very little. But his hunger for knowledge was endless. He spent long hours reading and memorizing. He listened to his teachers carefully. Slowly, he became one of the brightest students of his generation. Part 2. The Teacher of Takshashila. After finishing his education, Chanakya stayed in Takshashila. He became a teacher at the same great university. He started teaching politics, economics, and administration. Many young princes and nobles came to learn from him. He taught them not only how to rule, but also how to serve the people. He said, "A king is not the master of the people, he is their servant." He explained that a ruler must be wise, brave, and just. He warned that greed and pride can destroy kingdoms. His classroom became famous, and students respected him deeply. But Chanakya's destiny was not to remain only a teacher. Something happened that changed his entire life. Part 3. The Insult. By King Dhanananda. One day, Chanakya traveled to the kingdom of Magadha. Magadha was one of the richest and most powerful kingdoms of that time. It was ruled by King Dhanananda of the Nanda dynasty. Chanakya went to the royal court to meet the king. He hoped to discuss politics and the welfare of the people. But Dhanananda was arrogant and proud of his wealth. He looked at Chanakya with contempt. He mocked his simple clothes and uncombed hair. He laughed at his humble appearance. In front of the courtiers, he insulted Chanakya. Chanakya felt humiliated and angry. He stood up with fiery eyes. He untied his sacred hairknot and let his hair fall loose. Then he made a terrible vow. He said, "I will not tie my hair until I destroy the Nanda dynasty." The entire court fell silent. The courtiers trembled at his words. But Dhanananda laughed again, not knowing what storm he had awakened. Chanakya left the palace, but his heart was burning. He was determined to fulfill his vow. Part 4. The search for a leader. Chanakya now began to search for a worthy leader. He knew that one man alone could not defeat a mighty king. He needed a young warrior with courage, discipline, and vision. He traveled across villages and towns. He observed people carefully. One day, in a small village, he saw a boy playing a mock game of kingship. The boy was commanding his friends with authority and intelligence. That boy was Chandragupta Maurya. Chanakya's eyes shone with hope. He felt that this boy had the qualities of a future ruler. He spoke to the boy's family. Then he took Chandragupta with him to Takshashila. There he began to train him with love and strictness. Part 5. Training of Chandragupta. Chanakya trained Chandragupta in politics, war, and statecraft. He taught him how to fight with sword, bow, and spear. He taught him how to plan battles and lead armies. He explained the principles of diplomacy and alliances. He taught him economics, taxation, and trade. He reminded him again and again, a true king thinks of his people first. Chandragupta listened carefully and practiced with discipline. Sometimes he failed, but Chanakya encouraged him. He said, "Failures are lessons. Do not fear them." Slowly, Chandragupta grew into a brave and wise young man. Part 6. Early struggles. With Chanakya's guidance, Chandragupta gathered soldiers. He tried to challenge the power of Dhanananda, but at first he failed. The Nanda army was strong and well-equipped. Chandragupta was defeated in battle and had to flee. But Chanakya did not lose hope. He told Chandragupta, "Even the mightiest tree falls with patient cuts." He changed his strategies. They began to build alliances with smaller kingdoms. They gained the trust of the people who were tired of Nanda's arrogance. Step by step, they became stronger. Part 7. The fall of the Nandas. Finally, the time came for a great battle. Chandragupta, with Chanakya by his side, marched towards Magadha. The people support them with food and shelter. The farmers, merchants, and soldiers were tired of Dhanananda's heavy taxes. The army of Chandragupta attacked with courage. Battle after battle, they gained victory. At last, Dhanananda was defeated. The Nanda dynasty came to an end. Chanakya's vow was fulfilled. He tied back his hair knot with calm satisfaction. And Chandragupta Maurya became the ruler of Magadha. Part 8. The rise of the Maurya Empire. With Chanakya's guidance, Chandragupta expanded his rule. He united many small kingdoms under one empire. The Maurya Empire became one of the largest empires of ancient India. Chanakya stood as the chief advisor and prime minister. He helped Chandragupta make wise decisions. He wrote the famous book Arthashastra. This book was a guide to politics, economics, war, and governance. It explained how to collect fair taxes. It explained how to protect farmers and traders. It explained how to build a strong army and spy network. It is still remembered as a masterpiece of statecraft. Part 9. Wisdom of Chanakya. Chanakya always reminded Chandragupta to remain humble. He said, "A king's greatness lies in the happiness of his people." He advised him to protect the poor and punish the corrupt. He taught that a ruler must be strict but also compassionate. He said, "A tree with deep roots can withstand any storm." Under his guidance, the Maurya Empire became strong and respected. Part 10. Legacy. Chanakya was more than a teacher. He was a visionary who thought for the future of India. He believed that unity was necessary to protect the land from foreign invaders. He sacrificed his personal comfort for the nation. He proved that wisdom is stronger than pride. He proved that one teacher with determination can change destiny. Even today, his teachings are studied in politics, economics, and leadership. His quotes and strategies are remembered worldwide. Moral of the story. My dear friends, the story of Chanakya teaches us many lessons. It teaches us that knowledge is the greatest power. It teaches us that patience and strategy can defeat arrogance. It teaches us that a teacher can shape the future of a student and a nation. It teaches us that determination can turn insult into victory. And above all, it teaches us that wisdom is more powerful than wealth. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.